wishing for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself. Count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicked.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let them know they'll be back the very next series.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Slide, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Jackson on 1st down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well, like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
1st and goal at the 1. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am. And you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Bridgewater. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 33. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 70-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on off.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Mostert. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end. Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd and 9. Bridgewater rolling to his right. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They go play action. Bridgewater out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Hey! 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Hill to return it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Bridgewater. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Bridgewater. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Bridgewater's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal to late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Chase Edmonds going to take it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Bridgewater. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Here's Mostert. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there and 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They'll run with Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hey, report!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run right side with Mostert, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the 39, Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater. toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. David Ojabo, credit him there. He fired across the line and planted him for a loss on the play. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Bridgewater. Got his tight end, it's Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story of this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for Miami, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.